Hi there. It's me, the GM, Jeffrey, or Okami, whatever you want to call me. This is me coming to you really quick before the start of the episode to apologize profusely for my audio, both in the last episode as well as this one. Because I was just starting to use this brand new condenser mic, and I didn't really understand how it worked, as well as my new audio board, which is just sitting right here off camera. And it has since then been fixed. I'm still having some issues. I've just fixed one issue where I was having a really bad echo, and that lasted for about 2 episodes. I'm learning as I go. Just bear with us, and the audio quality will get better. It'll get way better if you stick with me, as will the story, because as this story progresses, it gets fantastic. And at the end of this story, when we move on to the next module, it'll be just as fantastic. But yet again, I apologize for my horrible audio and the fact that I'm cutting out profusely in this episode. If you just want to skip this episode and come back with the recap of the next one, I completely understand. But without further ado, enjoy Operation Malta with Family Questscape Delta Green, Episode 4, coming right at you right now. Thank you.
I think I'm ready to go. We're gonna really need a recap because it's been a minute, and I
Geneticist by the name of Tibalt dead. And from there, it skyrocketed to police handling it, to the county coroner saying, this is a case for the CDC and FBI. They roll in and take over, and that's where Delta Green finds out about this. You guys get called in under the guise of a national security risk. You get picked up, flown in, given the briefing, and told, go do your work. You guys canvass the neighborhood, find out if you go to the board now, find out about the missing animals, except for the one on October 4th, because it's still technically the night of October 3rd, but there's still that extra animal those extra animals that go missing. You guys canvass the scene yourselves. You don't really find much other than a few odd-looking crows. And Yuri actually takes his handgun out, kapow, shoots one down, and you all, over time, over the next few hours upon seeing it, find that this crow has human fingers coiling out of it. You guys don't really find much else other than, what's been given to you in the briefing. You don't really talk to anybody other than the neighbors. Other than, like, the contained neighborhood, you guys really don't know what else is going on, because you leave the scene after canvassing the neighborhood, gathering your own evidence. You find, those footprints that are going through everywhere, and there's, like, the little triangles on the scene and everything. Go look at the lab, which you actually go back to later, which is where we left off. Because you guys to your safe house of downtown Seattle. Set up your shop and then go back. So actually, you guys will actually need to take some stimulants, or like drink some coffee, or start chain smoking in order to stave off that I said, you guys eventually sneak back to the scene where no one is there. The police tape and everything is up, but it's quiet, it's eerie, and you guys go back to do your own testing because this geneticist, Tibalt Greaves, had this fantastically pristine lab. As it says on the board, the lab is about 8 meters by 4 meters. It contains hundreds of thousands of dollars of the most. See that it's close to a biosafety level. Expensive scrubbing equipment. It has negative pressure within it. It's got one of those boxes with the gloves in it because he worked with such things. And as you guys were testing the stuff, you guys tested the crow and you took the fingerprints and ran them as well as the DNA of, and you guys found that the crow contained DNA for a deceased Air Force Lieutenant Daniel Yuri, who died in a training exercise in 1992. As we're about to I think split up, and is going to go and look at the bodies at the medical examiner's office. I can't remember if the other two of you were going to go with her, but I do know April was going to go look at the bodies.
think
I
you're
thought we all.
And used it as your own makeshift Delta Green lab. And actually, let's thing to stave off your GM screen. I think it's like you could smoke and it's like 2d6 hours, 1d6 hours for like stimulants and coffee and stuff unless you go to sleep, but it starts degrading your willpower.
Well, you know, April loves her cigarettes.
Exhaustion, yes, I was right. An agent who works too long or faces extreme danger and injury without resting becomes exhausted. When this comes into play, it is up to the handler, but a good rule of thumb is that going through the night without sleep or reducing to rest after losing sanity or hit points leads to exhaustion. Exhausted agents lose 1d6 willpower and suffer minus 10 or 20% to all skill tests and sanity tests. Taking stimulants or chain smoking removes the exhaustion penalty for 1d6. Can offset this for 2d6 hours. So yeah, it's either you start chain smoking or you're gonna start getting debuffs to your stats. Going, but every dose after the first costs 1d6 willpower. Okay, so yeah, you can start chain smoking right now and roll, go ahead and roll a d6 and stave off a little bit of time. But after that, it will also cost a little bit of willpower as you're doing so to stave off that sleep.
Am I supposed to roll then? 3.
3. Okay, so yeah, it'll keep you going. 2, or are you guys gonna go?
Now's the only time to get in to the morgue without a whole bunch of prying extra eyes. It's probably a good idea to go. This would be the absolute last thing they be doing, though. I'm trying to think because Yuri isn't a kind of guy who has habits. He probably has some like tactical things that he does. He probably pulls out like a thing of smelling.
You're like a hippie.
Smelling salts.
How do we roll that? You said it's a D6 for the roll? 5.
Can I take a hit off this salt too?
See, I pegged you for a cocaine problem. Strippers and cocaine.
He probably does have a cocaine problem, but he saw me
Hmm.
sniffing some smelling, and he's like, "Yo, what is he got?"
That's like a military thing. So like, I just see Yuri like start huffing on some salt, so I'm like leaning over trying to sniff it. Like, give me some.
You can take one good deep hit. Deep. Smell deep.
I rolled a 4, by the way. I don't know if you need that.
I saw now. What now? I pull up my sidearm. I kind of have it like like to my side, like I'm ready to go, but I'm gonna sneak and I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. I'm entering my solid mode.
So do we notice he's just doing that?
knowing his baser instincts, he probably wouldn't.
No, I don't think he would either. That's why I was like, what do we notice?
Let me check my stealth.
He's a lone wolf.
Yo, this was
All right.
a 49 under 50.
I rolled a 25 over 44 for alertness.
I rolled a 3 and a double 0.
Yeah, that's a 3. Well,
Oh, that's
my stealth was 49 under 50.
29 over 11.
Yeah,
I got 83 over 30.
that's the reason Yuri says nothing.
What do you mean? April's so quiet and demure.
April's out there smoking her cigarette. Sees this guy. Sees Yuri starting to sneak off, and he's actually sneaking. He's pretty good. April, she goes, "Oh shit!" and she drops her cigarette and burns herself.
Hmm.
Second look at this, please. And he starts like come.
I'm gonna pull up my pistol, and then I'm gonna, like CSI type. Like I'm gonna have like my other hand underneath, propping up my gun, but I have a flashlight, and I'm gonna immediately flash it. Put your hands in the air now, on the ground now, Sutka. Put your hands on your head and be quiet.
And as you guys get close, he is wearing a baseball cap that says Seattle time.
I'm gonna reach into my back pocket. I imagine I probably have a couple, not a lot, but I'm gonna grab some zip ties, and I'm gonna zip tie his hands behind his back, and then kind of like lift him up, and then like if there's a car, I'm gonna kind of like lean him against a car in the driveway. I'm like, explain your purpose here. I'm gonna lean him again. Explain your purpose here. Quickly!
A second
Why
look
would-
at what? You got a fascination with dead bodies, or
Why?
Just sitting there, basically hog-tied.
I want from your mouth, not from any reports I may have read. I want you to tell me, what did you walk in on this morning, if you are the person who, called it in, as you say you are? I just told you, it does not matter what I read. I want to hear it from your mouth. And then I'm gonna click my gun, like, like cock it as an intimidation thing. It's like, be sure to answer my questions correctly next time, Suka. You understand?
not on our sheet?
It'd probably be under persuade though.
Yeah.
That's 34 under 50.
perception to see if he saw anything else. 30 because he was and 9. I swear I didn't see anything else, man. I didn't see anything else. Wait.
There is nothing that you'll need to see here. This is a locked, closed area. There is tape up. There is no reason for you to be here. Freedom of press or not, you are trespassing. And I'm going to tell you this once. If I ever catch you out here again, you will be spending quite some time on a nice trespassing charge. And trust me, I can make it really nice. Make
Oh,
you
and then you can be the.
sit in a place for a long time for you to regret your actions. And then he taps him on his head. It's like, do you think that sounds like a good idea? You're a bright young lad. You have great future ahead of you. Like, don't do something stupid. Yeah? Yeah.
What happened at the mall? A bombing, you said?
Disintegrated.
Did you say disintegrate?
Okay, so we can't be wasting more time. You should cut him loose. And I wouldn't come back unless you want to be the most famous butthole in jail.
Well, he props him up, he leans him forward, and he cuts him loose. So long as you never return. No.
Wait, what's the question? Oh my God, shut the fuck up before he shoots you. Go. Run.
Okay. What is that? You know what his license plate is? Because you made him sound like a stoner, bro. It's SMOOOKE. Oh, what was his name again? I'm also
Hey,
gonna write
April
down
wants
the
to
word
ask
degree.
Dragonoff if we should reach out to our handler and see if they can get any information on the mall.
We can do that when we
Okay.
get back. And we could probably do that when we get back to the safe house. We need to get to the morgue while it's dark and nobody's there.
We can do it on the way.
We can do it on the way and on the after dark.
I'm gonna flick my cigarette ashes right at him.
I'm the map. I'm the map. Yeah, I can see it on the Twitch. Blood sample. It looks like a Resident Evil T virus looking blood sample. Yuri. Keep getting these close ones. 57 under 60.
Yeah.
57 under 60. Of course I am.
Anything?
Okay, so while it's doing the 20-30 minutes and I'm driving, good opportunity for April, Mr. T, to call up the handler.
What are we calling them about? Just like an update?
We want information on the mall attack that they said was terrorist, and it disintegrated the mall the same day that we got there. So today, I want to know if it's connected and if they have any information.
Why don't you call him? You're good at talking.
Delightful. Okay. Dialing him up.
Get it. So you guys go. So if you guys want to tell each other your names, like I said, that's for. So if there's a slip, it's not like a breach of. Agent Bradley can't tell you it.
Hello? Hey, I heard about a bomb at the mall, and they said it was terrorist, and the whole mall disintegrated. Is this something we need to be concerned about? Do you have any information on it? Do you think it could have been a distraction? Right.
How would you have done that? Would you have just done that as like
In
were
my
you
mind, I definitely did not put it on speakerphone when I
there you
was
go.
like picturing it, but
Oh, that's fine. You could hold on to that information if
Because it was so white and blue hot when they arrived on the scene that it is all rubble. It disintegrated this building and any trace of anything from these businesses.
I probably would like say first I would so April's gonna look at Dragonoff and say, do you know the time of death? I figure April does not remember it because I do not. Off the top of my head. Here it is. I'm looking. Hold on. I was gonna say it says 5:45 is when he was found. Yeah, the briefing doesn't have the time, so we don't have time of death yet, right? Okay. Then I might just say he said assume it's connected.
In that case, we'll look in the morning. Let's go. We'll check on bodies, my opinion.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
iron is hot.
I agree.
Good. Because you weren't getting choice. I'm driving.
April's gonna punch a button on the radio and change it to like pop music while she glares daggers at him.
I'm gonna use my hand to hand and smack her hand. No.
What's it over?
So I'm telling you right now, there's no way she's beating my score because I hit my score on the dot, which is 90.
Oh yeah, no. I got
Because
42 over 42.
yeah, because so when you do a square.
April's just gonna flip him off and grumble and stare out the window like a pouty child. Are they closed?
No, I'm pretty sure the medical examiner's office is open 24/7.
Okay. Would they be open, or would they have like a door lock that we have to be buzzed in?
I am Special Agent Grigory Romanov, FBI, and I am here with members of CDC. We are here to look at bodies that were brought in earlier today.
See his face. If you guys look like baby shit.
Mm. From sound of it, you don't like your job very much, do you? All right.
You look like you might be stiffer than some of the bodies you got in here.
We're gonna find out this dude's a necrophiliac.
Have you processed any paperwork on them?
You guys just see him just stare off into space a little bit, and there's this glint in his eyes. And there's this glint in his eyes that you guys know, because it's that glint where you've just been exposed to the supernatural in some way. And the only reason I'm giving that to you is because you've experienced that glint. This is the guy that called it in.
Guy that called it into Delta Green?
Because of he saw the bodies, and he said they need to lock down that scene immediately. And now there's this currently like a jurisdictional thing in the background apparently, where they don't know if it's the county's responsibility or federal responsibility on the bodies, so no one can do an autopsy yet, basically. That's basically what he relays to you in his weird way. I'm trying to emulate a funny medical dude from like a funny podcast I once do, and he talked like a dead corpse.
April wants to grab
I think
Dragonoff and kind of pull him over to the side for a second. And then she wants to ask, can you override?
Of course I can override. I have badge and I scary.
Okay, so let's look at the body first and then override it and get him to crack it open. Even if it takes a while, we can get the report tomorrow while we sleep.
That's fine. And then I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna pause. And he's gonna look at Shadowfox. He's gonna look at Mr. T. And he's going to look at them with the utmost sincerity and seriousness. He's gonna look. Have you seen decomposing corpses before?
I'm considering I spend half my time hanging out in graveyards.
Okay. Wasn't talking to you. Yeah, this guy, he talks like he's like a human version of what they call it, those animals that the people they like the slow. Yeah, that's the one. He's a sloth.
Yeah, and we're not getting any younger. Let's go check out the bodies. And Diffie over there, come check in on us at 10 minutes and be ready to crack open some bodies.
No, these plural. There should be two.
original. Leading you guys away from just half an hour later. And he stops right as he comes to up to an office while telling you guys this just half an hour later. He opens the door and just hands you guys 16 photos. Unfortunately, I don't have any photos as far as I could see. Maybe. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures in to show you this, but he hands you 16 photos, each time stamped, and these show Greaves' body turning while in the body bag, but like not fully closed yet. So you see the white body bag, and you see the man in the bathrobe, and you see him slowly turn a deep blue, then black, then collapse in on itself, then turn into an indigo liquid that hardened into a glass-like consistency, which left behind, as you guys saw in the scene, because it seeped through a little bit, it left behind a pile of unidentified matter in a bathrobe that kind of like leaked out on in the shape of a man. But the remains that they could get were bagged up and moved, and currently reside in a body bag in cold storage downstairs. And he does tell you this. And he goes, "Amazing, isn't it? I've never seen anything like it. I have, and I can't even examine it." And he like slams his hand into the wall. It sucks. I just wish that your bosses and my bosses give me that sweet, sweet jurisdiction.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Fucking Markiplier, and he wants his milk.
Did you send any of this out to be tested?
PDF does say you guys can recruit him as a friendly. the Delta Green if you guys wish, because he has seen the unnatural and he wants to know the unnatural. But you have to convince him it's worth breaking the law. You really have to convince him it is worth breaking the law.
I could probably convince him, but I hate him. Okay, a contested roll on what?
Getting him to perform an autopsy on
So, like, persuading him?
basically, I think. Let me look at skills. It would be one charisma times 5.
You want me to roll charisma times 5?
Percent. You guys want to persuade him to perform an autopsy and make him basically a friendly to Delta Green? Or your
I want him to do the autist. I don't want him to be a friendly. I don't want to deal with him.
I was gonna say, I was like, Yuri usually would order would
agents, there's usually the 26 teams, the 26 cells, one for each letter of the alphabet, and each cell has usually 3 or 4 members. Usually a cell has 3 members. So there's usually only 70 or so active agents for Delta Green, or that you're aware of. But there is an extended network of friendlies, and they are useful to have until they become the mission. And you've had it over the years where I'd say
probably have had to take care of a couple of them that have become the mission. Oh, 12. Huh?
you've had 4 missions for Delta Green where those missions have been eliminating a friendly. But you know at points it is necessary, but this will be a contested persuade roll. Where you can get this man on your guys' side as a potential source of information for you guys. And like he could fly in and help you guys examine bodies if necessary.
It's a skill I don't have.
I have it. And I have a high.
I mean, persuade. I could persuade, but
50 forensics, 60 first aid, 50 pharmacy, 50 surgery. And surgery is a very low skill to unless you put things into it. So he'd be good to have on that front. He's got 60.
Yeah, it would be if we ever got in trouble, too.
And I'll say this, you guys have yet to move out of Seattle, but this is actually a multi-state mission. It branches. Because as you guys have just been told, the CDC took everything other than the bodies. The charter plane somewhere else. And it's your responsibility to take care of that as the cell in charge of Operation
I'm gonna roll some dice. Now, this dice is only gonna determine stuff for me here, so it has no impact on the actual game. I'm trying to see how my character will. I'm up in the air about it. As much as Yuri is focused on limiting exposure and has been him being primarily entity disposal, limiting exposure is the most important thing to Yuri. Yuri definitely understands assets and knows that he lacks abilities, so he would be behind recruiting this gentleman to the program as a friendly.
I would still be 51 on a persuade, and I would be 65 on a charisma, even with the negative 20. Right. Okay. 59 over 65.
So no.
65. Maybe just seeing that he's into like really creepiness. I might just push that angle and like highlight like this is nothing. Like you want to see more stuff like this? You want to know more, you know? Let's
We
check
could
this
try to
out.
play an angle that like not really breaking the law. We're kind of bending it because we are a government entity, just deeply hidden.
Well, first, we want to know everything we can about these bodies. And after that, you know, you can
Have them
see
disposed of? Question mark.
but it's like a sheet with the bathrobe still on it, but it's kind of like oozed a little bit from where you know it's seeped out a little bit.
There's no like smell.
To the other one, he opens it up, and you guys see just opens up the see this.
Right.
If you
I think I've
Maybe-
proven earlier that I have no proclivities for understanding what any of this is. I will keep watch.
How long will the autopsy take? Both or for one? Okay, I'll do that. I'll get some scrapings. Oh yeah, Mr. T will be great at that, and she's gonna pat him on the shoulder and give him a smirk.
Right.
don't know if he has any experience, but he's a real good rule follower, and you can just boss him around, and he will be your errand boy.
So I don't really have anything for science, like that kind of shit. But I can help you out. I can hand you tools, scalpel. Okay, here's a scalpel, scissors. You want me to be sterile for dead bodies?
Okay, what about I'm okay at science. What if I help and I have a 61 in biology?
I don't have anything. Like,
I don't have forensics either. I have a 1 in surgery and a 61 in biology.
you say, oh, most of my stuff's towards electronic, not medical or biology kind of side of the science. Okay.
How much is
Okay, I
this our
rolled a
damage or
5.
our willpower? Or is this our damage or how long it gets us?
How long?
I'm gonna do separate just because.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a risk because I rolled a 5, so I don't want to take 5 damage. I rolled a 5.
For both?
I got the exact same thing.
Well, if you're not
I-
assisting,
But
just
he's got to
dragging
stay
off, want
awake
to take a
because he's
nap.
keeping guard. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You should go nap, dude. I bet there's like a couch in an office. You should
Well,
definitely go nap because then you can drive us when we're done. We're gonna be tired as hell.
you're talking to a former Spetsnaz. I can take it.
Yeah, you might as well go sleep.
The damage goes to what? Willpower?
I rolled a
Then
4, by the way. I rolled a 4 and I rolled a 3 for my willpower. Okay, so I got 3 before, and then I got 4 now, so I had 7, so I should be able to get through the autopsy.
I think I had a 4.
More or less. He probably Dragonov is a simple meathead, but he also is a damaged meathead. So he probably thinks about all the terrible things that he said to.
How long will it take Quinn to get a scraping?
Why the hell am I taking scrapings?
Because you couldn't help him, and so I got stuck with Uncle Creepy. I was gonna take scrapings, but you were useless, so now you're taking scrapings and looking it up on the thing.
For me,
He has nothing, I think.
yeah, I don't have shit. Okay, so I got 0 in forensics, and I have mathematics and physics for science, so I don't think those work. Yeah,
you're
I
just-
have 89.
You see,
If I'm done with the scrapings, then I'll run over to a computer and try to get any relevant files.
Yeah, from the CDC. Look that up too.
Because that's where we're at, right? We're
Break
at the
in there.
CDC.
We're not at the CDC. I want you to break in there because the CDC took a bunch of the evidence.
But we at the morgue.
Yeah. And it's on an airplane, and so I want you to get all the related info that you can.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Do I have to roll on the autopsy? Okay, so mark my surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. How the fuck is that alive if she's dead? You can what? Yeah, just get on with it.
Your guys' your that guy's voice, by the way, like it's something, man. It's something like Buffalo Bill.
Oh,
Through the skin.
it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever, I know Levi's watch it just because our kids, but like, do you remember Halloween Town? Did you ever watch that? Okay, do you know Benny, the cab driver? Like when he goes into like the norm, that's what it reminds me of. Like the skeleton dude. In fact, that's like the image that he brings. Oh yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. I love the first 3 and even the 4th one I'll watch, but so the 4th one, they got rid of the girl who played Marnie and replaced her with somebody else, and that's why it's not one of my favorite, but the movie itself is actually good. Yes, yes. And it's so weird because Disney says it's not a, like, oh, it was a scheduling conflict, and the actress is like, yeah, it wasn't. I don't know, they just didn't reach out to me. Yes, from the second movie, the bad guy, Calabar, yeah. His son, yeah. Yup. Yep. And look, I just posted the picture of the guy. That's what the guy sounds like in my head and looks like.
There's a part of it where he sounds like G-Man from the Half-Life series, but it's like a creepy G-Man.
In it. I'll show you guys once we once we end the game. That when I think of a medical examiner, that is the voice that goes through my head because I've listened to King Falls AM a few times. Get the Benny one. I get that.
Mhm.
You stop. Actually doesn't take hours. I don't know why I said hours. I work in a hospital and surgery. Getting that far probably only took like maybe 10 minutes. It only takes like 10 minutes. You guys get in there. See that. And you gloves, you're wearing the mask. I need you to roll search or alertness.
For all of us. That's fine. I was supposed to be
I'm
able to do on the computer stuff.
I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm gonna roll alertness just because it's higher. And I failed it. 86 over 44. Yes.
Hear this ungodly hiss in the body. Amanda Griffin pops out a little bit. And I need you and the doctor and anybody watching this surgery right now to roll sanity as this creature pops.
28 over 53.
Yuri's not even in the room. I just rolled to see if I was even. No, I'm on guard and I'm not even in there.
I was supposed to be working on computer stuff, getting files.
But wait, it pops out?
So that sounds like a nerdling.
Center
Okay, can I scream? I want to scream, and then maybe they notice it. I've never watched Stranger Things.
Oh yeah. The mind flayer.
Okay, dexterity 55. Oh, okay. 11. No, hold on. Yeah, 11.
One d6 rounds in order to get to you.
I'm gonna die.
Dexterity. That's 65. Or do I need to roll? Oh, it's 13.
Then April.
Good old battle music going.
Yes. Kevin MacLeod going, and that's royalty free, so I know my stuff, so I have to go eerie battle music for you too. Should have had this log launched up, but I didn't expect you guys to try and do an autopsy. Like an AI music app to generate music, you know?
There you go. That's an idea. Trademark, trademark, trademark. We're trademarking it. Anybody listening to a past broadcast, we're trademarking this. But yeah, I mean,
I'll use it.
the Cyberpunk 2077 stuff is very reminiscent of that. So yeah, that definitely. Oh my gosh! Look, I felt my whole asshole clench. God damn. Yeah.
Yeah, it was unexpected and loud as shit.
Yeah. Sounds like you're in a tunnel. That's a little bit better. That's good. That's good. Yeah, hear it.
Okay. So I'm in a separate room. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure of the scenario, so uh I'll get my pistol out, then I'll try to run like towards the door that the doctor came out of to see what's going on. That way I'm not leaving April in there by herself. Does that get me to the door? Okay, I don't want to go all the way in, just like enough to like maybe just I don't want yeah, I don't want to block the door if she's coming out, and then I just want to be like right inside the door or right at the door to where I'm not blocking it. That way I can see what's going on.
Is there a well, first, can I know the location and like me versus the door versus the creature? Okay, and how far is it from the door? Okay. Okay. And I'm like on the back wall, like across from the door. Okay. Is there a like electric saw? Like a small, like the pizza cutters ones? Okay. I'm gonna grab that, but I don't think I'm gonna like straight out attack. I think I'm gonna try to position my body more so I'm not like so caged in and get like in a defensive position. Can I do that? Or is that 2 turns, grabbing it and then moving? Okay. Okay, I think I'm just gonna like edge very slowly then. Yeah, but with the saw. Okay.
Watch. I pull up.
We'll do this.
$98. Is this one high or low? What is it? That's my hit points, right?
I need to roll sanity. Okay. God damn it. 72 from 55. E. 4. I had to roll a d6 for my damage. And if I project it, I gotta roll another d4 for the willpower damage. Gotcha. Okay. I think I'm just gonna take it.
Like a little bitch.
Yeah. 46 breaking point, and my current is 51. Yeah. It's latched onto April, like it's sitting on. Gotcha. Okay. Well, is it? Does that thing look like a ball? Like, did you describe it again? What it looks like? Shit. I will holster my pistol. And I'll pull out my knife and then try to run up. Can I reach her? Can I reach April? And then, okay, and then would I still be able to like take a like the safest swing I can without cutting April at this thing? Try to stab it off her shoulder.
Hey, give me 3 seconds. I need to put my clothes on. Just, I'll be back.
I will say this. I'm very glad that Mr. T did not decide to use his firearm because he doesn't have the best luck with rolls.
That's exactly why I didn't do it. I didn't want to have friendly fires. Your head popped like a balloon.
I was waiting for you to be like that, and I was gonna be like, well, that's how it died. I could probably survive a knifing, but not so sure about the gun. Near
Well,
my face.
considering that I'm sure my accuracy would be affected somehow with how small the creature is too. So
Yeah.
I figured the best option would be hand-to-hand combat, but I still might freaking jab your shoulder with the knife still, but I'm trying to get the
At
damn
least
thing
I'd
off
have
you. Your melee weapon? Okay. But like, yeah, I wanna like do like a sweeping like left to right motion with my blade over her shoulder into this thing to try to like get it off her shoulder, or at least stab into it to pull it off her shoulder. No, 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 like stab it with my knife, and then hopefully that like
like
latches
in a
into
like
it.
downwards like
You
swoop,
know, like a It's gonna be like a military knife, like not that big.
Yeah.
That because that's gonna
It's just
like
a knife.
I don't want that big of a knife. Not like military combat.
Yeah, proper combat knife.
Yeah. I'm sorry, April.
My goodness.
Okay. Oh, got a 67 over 30. Six.
Gosh. Yes.
Damn. I had 2 points. Hopefully this thing is really weak. Come on, be as weak as a worm. Slice it in half. I thought I was stabbing your shoulder. Yeah, kind of like when I get stabbed in there, I'm gonna pull it back towards myself to like try to get it off her shoulder.
Um.
Or if April runs
Well,
away, maybe it'll stay in my knife.
yeah. Can I just try to like? Well, if his arm is right there and I'm like kind of blinded, I don't want to like swing at it really. Can I just like punch it? I don't want to cut him. Yeah, like Captain Caveman on the top of the head. Okay. 11 over 42. Wait, because it's 11?
Yeah, double number.
Got you. Got you. I had strong fist that night.
Come on. God damn it. 91. It's guaranteed win when you get me, so. Can't roll worth the shit. I'm gonna punch it in the freaking eyes. Q! 20 for 43. Yes!
Where is it now? Yeah, I'm just gonna punch it again. $40 or 42. All right, let's stop. There we go. So 3.
Same by the time. What the hell? Go on. What the hell? Go on.
April's gonna like stomp up to him and be like, I need to borrow your gun for a minute.
Mate, you have.
I didn't have it on me because of having to go so quick. All I have is my knife. My dagger. Give me your gun. I'm gonna shoot him.
The doctor.
He fucking left me with the alien. I'm gonna shoot him.
No,
Freaking
no,
coward.
there is no shooting
Can I break his
without.
nose?
Maybe. Tell me what happened.
Dr. Frankenstein cut into this guy's this girl's. It was the girl, right? Yeah, the girl's stomach, and this thing popped out to say hello. Congratulations, it's a fucking alien or something. I don't know.
Well, bag it and tag it. We'll look at it later.
We should look at it now underneath the scope.
Fair enough. Well, here, I'll go get Doctor. Tell him there's no more happy little crawly you look like. They took care of the thing in there. You're good. Go back. You can continue to cut and dig into the bodies that you so much. That's a 20 under 50. Not the boy.
Now a bitch can fucking run. Now he can move fast.
What a bitch.
It just made more sense to get the information right away. No. No. Well, look at us saving lives.
Without the specialist, too.
No thanks. All day.
And I play an entirely different character. Oh, Walter Simmons all the way. Boston native.
in the module, and it's just like that gives me so many things that I could throw out there to throw at you guys because it doesn't say what happens, so I can make up anything. It just has to involve children, apparently. And I know that she would want to play a module like basically her job is hearing all those.
I like SVU too. I definitely would love that because I love vampires, and I actually have that game for the Switch like on my wish list. Oh yeah, yeah. If you run a campaign on that, I'd do it for sure. Yeah, I think I would like that because like I feel like I could role play like that. Where like this, I feel like I have to try really hard to think because I'm not like science fiction-y minded, nor have I had like a lot of like research into it, you know? So like this is a little bit of a challenge for me. Like I love it, but I also don't really know what I'm doing enough to like so some of the dialogue, like I can talk shit really easy, but like the actual gameplay is a little bit of like a challenge for me because I just don't have a lot of background in it, you know? I'm not very science-y smart either. Yeah, I read some of the book after you posted all the like plays. I read some of it. Right. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun to play a morally gray character like, you know, like mostly evil.
Are you talking about my plasmoid? Oh, playing all this Oblivion again is making me want to bring Rusty out of retirement and finish up that campaign. I think we could. I don't like that at all. That just feels rushed. I think that's rushed because of Casey originally.
Uh-oh. Cause she diabetic? Got ya. All right. Have a good night.
99.